Switch Mini is now the Switch Lite, but there's another Switch we have to talk about, which Nintendo refuses to admit is real, but we all know it is, the Switch Pro. And that's what we're going to talk about today in the pause menu, and what we want to see from a Switch Pro, and maybe what we think Nintendo will do. So while we don't agree on the Switch, now known as the Switch Lite, I'm thinking we might have better coherence on the Switch Pro, but what do you want to see from a Switch Pro?
Well, that's the thing. I really don't know what to expect from a Switch Pro. After seeing the Switch Lite and seeing what it can and what it can't do compared to the original Switch, it makes me think, I think the whole Switch concept kind of really holds you back on what you could do. For example, a Switch Pro, I imagine a bigger screen. I mean,
I don't think it'll be a bigger screen, honestly.
But I don't think you can make a bigger screen. Because let's think of this.
Right.
For the screen to match, you have to get the Joy-Cons to match.
Right.
Right? I mean, you can't just make new Joy-Cons for this new Switch.
The only thing I can see is the bezels on the Switch are pretty large. The black area around the screen, for people that don't know what that is. So if you were to eliminate that, it wouldn't give you a ton of space, but you could definitely probably get about a half inch out of there. But no, that's a good point, actually, with the Joy-Cons, that you don't really want to make, because you'd have to make new Joy-Cons again if you were to get it.
In that regard, would you think they would potentially go the way as the Lite, where the Joy-Cons already attached? Are the Joy-Cons, separate Joy-Cons becoming a thing in the past now? I
don't think so. I think if we were to get we know the Switch Pro is coming, but I kind of liken this more to the new 3DS. I think some people are trying to say, it's going to have a 1080p screen, and it's going to be so much faster, and I really don't think it's going to be. I think Nintendo has proven in the past, whenever they do different redesigns, they usually tend to be conservative with it. Right. If you get a 1080p screen, to me that doesn't make a lot of sense because it requires more power.
I have a great idea. This is what it should be. So you take, the screen, of course, the handheld portable screen, and you get another one. You put it on top of it and put a little latch. Maybe if you could close it.
No. But actually,
very
that brings up what I want to we didn't get this with the Switch Lite, but for the love of God, I want something on a Switch. Make it more ergonomical.
Yeah.
Make it so it's not just a screen with two things on it. Give me something about it that makes it feel better. I'm thinking more like Elite controller style. I want it to feel better in the hands. I don't want it to just be more powerful. I want to feel it. This feels better. This feels different than a Switch. And that's kind of where my big thing is that I just want it to be a little bit lighter, but I also want the ergonomics of it to improve. Now, that might be hard to do with the Joy-Cons being what they are, but there are ways to do it. But the other thing, and I'm going to say it again, is I want a way to cover that screen that is not just putting it in a case. I don't care what you have to do. I don't care if you put magnets or something on top of it. I want a way to cover that thing, and so that way it just is crazy ugly when you just take your Switch and throw it in a bag. It's just ugly. And you put it in the case, and it's just, I don't like it.
It can definitely be rough and harmful for the Switch. They don't really give you a proper way to maneuver this thing.
Right. So, and it's a plastic screen. So, it scratches very easy.
Another thing I was thinking, now just because I've seen this in the past, exclusives to the Switch Pro. Now, I'm not talking about, exclusive Switch Pro games, but, how the Switch Pro we have, NES games right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can see Super Nintendo being exclusive games, the SNES for the Switch Pro. So get a Switch Pro and you can play the Super Nintendo catalog.
Right. Well, and they did that on the new 3DS because they claimed that because they claimed that the older games couldn't run on the slower processor of it. So they could do something like that. But I guess that's the other thing is obviously a Switch Pro is going to be faster. But the thing is how are they going to take advantage of it? And to me, a lot of people want to say that's going to be a 1080p screen, and I really don't think that's going to be the thing. I think they're going to focus more on frame rates, because a lot of games, especially like Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey, don't always hit those higher frame rates because the processor is a little bit slower in it. And Zelda's kind of the big one there, just because that game never really runs at 30. It wants to, but it never really does. So to me, I feel like the Switch Pro would be more on that line of just making, cleaning things up and making it run faster. But I don't expect a ton of improvement when it comes to power. But that's just me.
I feel like I would have to see that comparison when it comes out because I can't really imagine what more you can do to the Switch. I mean, yes, you can definitely make it powerful. You probably make the load times run faster and whatnot. But do I want to pay $50 to $100 more just to wait an extra minute or not wait an extra minutes? Right. Is that worth it? But and that's the thing. I don't know what more they can do.
Right, and that's kind of what I feel. I mean, when it comes to, like I said, redesigns earlier, the new 3DS is kind of where I look at, and they just didn't take advantage of it. I mean, there was
No, not at all.
Xenoblade Chronicles came out only
yeah.
on the new 3DS, and then I think it was Hyrule Legends only ran in 3D or something like that. If you had the new 3DS, it just couldn't do it, and that game runs like garbage on the regular 3D. If you've ever seen that, look, maybe I'll put a video in it. It runs at like 9 frames a second at times.
Yeah.
So it's terrible. So that's the kind of stuff that I expect. I expect them to be able to just kind of push things further, but I just don't think they're going to, this isn't going to be a radical change. I don't
No.
People that are hoping for and expecting like a new dock that's going to make everything 4K and stuff, I don't see that happening because you want compatibility, and I just
Because I'm only thinking like if it's a bigger screen, would you need a new dock?
Yeah,
like,
that's the other aspect.
Completely
Yeah.
fit. Like how would it work with the modern technology we have now, or if it just won't?
I would like to see a new dock with the Switch Pro, and it doesn't need to do anything else. But that thing is ugly. It's just I hate the way that the Switch like sits outside of it. It's just. To me, it's the
pretty
most
small to begin with.
It's such a lazy design. It's a U, and you just like. I want that thing to look cooler. I want that thing to feel like when I put it in this dock. It also like it wobbles and stuff. It doesn't feel great, and I'm just like I want that to be better. Like I want this thing to feel more industrial.
I was just imagining things like what if it actually came with a box. Like a dock not a dock is also the box that could give it more power or something like that.
Right.
When you take it and play it on your TV.
Maybe give it more cooling or something.
Or maybe it has more capabilities to, more cooling. More just more power altogether.
Right.
I guess.
So I think we're kind of in agreement. It's just. I think some people might be expecting too much from it. I don't expect this to be a radical change in design. I want it to be, but I just don't think it's going to be.
For me, I feel like if my Switch is still working, there's still no reason for me to go to Pro.
Right.
Unless, if I don't have a Switch, Pro would obviously be the best choice out of them all.
Right. So, and it's going to be a hard sell because they didn't sell me on a new 3DS because there wasn't really a reason to get one. So for me to upgrade, and I'm the person that has an X and a Pro, so it's like I'm not against upgrading consoles, but I didn't get that. And there's
got to be some kind of catch or draw. There's going to be something that's going to be amazing. They're not telling us.
Yeah,
well,
hopefully.
We don't know. Yeah.
But and I don't think it's coming until 2020. I think that's pretty much confirmed at this
I agree
point.
with that.
But let us know what you want to see in a Switch Pro in the comments below. Maybe you think we're wrong. It's going to be a radical redesign. Maybe you just want a Switch 2 instead. Maybe they should just hop right on ahead. But
maybe you're going to play the new Call of Duty on Switch Pro and actually enjoy it.
No, that's not going to happen. This is not. But let us know in the comments below. Hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps us out. And we'll see you next time.